Podcast at kcaaradio.com.
KCAA.
Hey, welcome to another episode of Palmtrees and Progress Presents on NBC KCAA 102.3 FM, 106.5 FM, and 1050 AM in the Inland Empire and worldwide on all streaming platforms. I'm your host, Erick Osario, and unfortunately, our usual co-host is Andrew Berkeley, Big Dog Tavares. Give him a little air horns for him because he's not here. He's not able to join us today. I forgot what his excuse for not being able to make it today was it's his lady's birthday, so I guess this is the one time that I'll let it slide. But of course, he had to, rub in my face how he has a girlfriend. But as always, we got a great show planned for the listeners. We'll be chopping it up, going over some news articles that we skimmed and pretended to read, as well as to talk about some recent viral videos. Before we do that, we will be introducing our guest, hip-hop artist, Multi-Faced Monster. I've been a fan of this guy ever since I caught him with Robert Porter's show, I Love San Bernardino, on the KCAA on Tuesdays at 7 p.m. with Apiani. And, dude, awesome artist. I was stoked. I reached out. I was like, yo, I got to have you on sometime. Luckily, he was able to come by today, and, we're pretty stoked. But, before we introduce him, I do want to say stoked to have our awesome special guest host, Luis Guiton. What up? How's it going, Luis?
What's up, my brother?
Chillin'. T.O./cousin. I feel like just the age and that gray hair is giving you T.O., right?
Yes, sir.
Did you like that text I sent you before the show, right before the show started? Yes, awesome. For some of the listeners, you guys could also check it out live on kcaaradio.com, or later on when I upload it to YouTube. Dude, Luis is rocking some sick pepper on his face today, which makes me think, hey man, have you been like throwing some like Bosleys or like some kind of stuff like Black for Man in their face? What's been going on prior to this?
All natural, my friend.
Oh, so this is the first the gray's been popping out?
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Oh, wow. Well,
yeah.
Congratulations. That's pretty dope. One day I hope to look like the guy. I don't know if you remember Catfish, the show Catfish on MTV. I'm hoping to get some cool silver hair up like that dude. But, one day. Before we bring on our guest, Multi-Faced Monster, I want to say thanks again for taking the time to be a part of the show. Hey, let's catch up a little bit, man. How was, I know, happy belated Father's Day. That was about 2 weeks ago now, but I didn't get to talk to you since then. How was your Father's Day? Did you get to rage it up, and did you feel appreciated? How was yours?
Well, first and foremost, likewise, my friend.
Thank you.
Belated Father's Day. Yeah, man. Been gone for a couple of weeks. Went down to Colorado for just a little vacation. Caught the Dodgers out there.
Oh, you saw the Dodgers out? Is that where you said? Is that where you sent that photo from? You were.
I was trying to call in, yeah, trying to be the on-site correspondent, but yeah, man. So yeah, I got to hook up with my brother Rob, and yeah, we flew out there a week ago. Oh no, it was on Tuesday. Spent the week there, and then came back home, man. But yeah, it was cool. It's a good time.
Yeah, never been out to Colorado, but obviously, if I go out there, I'm gonna. Even though we have dispensaries and clinics out here, I'm for sure going to go like buy weed and see what they have to offer and whatnot. I know the people who from South Park, Matt Stone and Trey Parker, the creators of that, have Integrity Farms, and like so a big popular like flower and bud skis out there called Integrity Farms and Integrity Flower. So I've always wanted to grab that. I guess what's cool about everything, every dollar, every profit, that when you purchase from them, it goes towards fighting, helping people who went to prison for nonviolent cannabis crimes. So that's pretty cool too. Because when I first started, I was like, oh, as if Matt Stone and Trey Parker need any more money. And then I heard where the money went to. I was like, okay, I'm back in. Matt Stone and Trey Parker, I'm back in, dude.
For sure.
But
it's crazy.
Yeah.
We sat next to a guy. I think the second game we went to, and he was a local, but he had moved out there like 30 years ago. But originally he was from Altaloma. So he goes, "Oh, you guys are from Cali?" I said, "Yeah, man, we're down for the week." And man, the guy became my best friend. Man, he's like, "Oh man, you guys got to go check this out. Go do this. Go do that." And then you brought up Trey Parker and Matt Stone. Did you know that there's actually a Casa Bonita?
Yeah, dude.
The actual thing. Yeah, the guy told me the whole history on that.
Yeah, so
trip.
they almost went under, right? And then Matt Stone and Trey Parker saved them, right? He did a Chance the Rapper SoundCloud kind of thing to save them and from going under. That's awesome. Yeah, I did hear that. Did you get to make it to a Casa Bonita? I do hear they have actual cliff divers in there.
The guy was telling me that locals are actually on a waiting list just to get in. Like, it's just one of those things that you can't just buy tickets for.
Yeah, okay, all right. Well, man, Colorado, dude. Anything else dope that you did out there of note?
Well, did you hear about the comeback win that they had?
What was that?
They had a comeback win. They were down, going into the ninth inning.
No. Well, you know what? Go ahead and give us that. As much as I don't care for the Dodgers, I do love a comeback story.
Well, they were down. The boys were down, and they took their lickings. In my defense, we had flown in that morning, and once we flew, and we got to the Airbnb, started drinking back some sodas. We got to the game, probably around the 6th, 7th inning. We're like, yeah, let's start walking around, man. Let's go check out the stadium. And they have a rooftop bar.
Okay.
So we went all the way, which is actually a mile high from, sea level.
So you are in the Mile High Club, is what I'm hearing.
Oh, hey-o. And so we go through, bro. And next thing I know, you're like, hey, man, let's just, how long does it take to get an Uber? He's like, probably after the game, it's going to get crazy. So we start walking out, and they're down by 5 runs, I think, at the time. So we're walking out. We stay 10 steps out. Next thing I know, Usher's like, dang, they got 3 on base. I said, what? And I turned back, and they said, sorry, no re-entry. So we missed the comeback.
Oh, no way. You
ran across the street and watched it from a bar, dude. So that's why I'm not wearing my hat. I put myself on restriction.
How much are you copping tickets for out there to go see the Dodgers?
They weren't bad. Even the seats that we were in, probably about $100 maybe.
Oh,
compared to 600 at Dodger Stadium.
Right, yeah. And we do have a couple articles to get into about Ohtani. I think I might have sent you some. I don't know if you saw. But for the listeners, last week, when we had the people from the Raza film here, I was talking about Pokemon. Been playing a lot of Pokemon Yellow. And just to keep the listeners updated, you guys, I think I had a Charmeleon last time. Yeah, now I also got you guys, I know, I don't want to flex. Got a Charmeleon, got a nice Pikachu, and I got a freaking War Turtle, dude. Like, I'm basically Ash Ketchum. Right now. I have been so far from being productive since I got the emulators on my phone. It's been a while. But let's not have our guest wait any longer. But we can't bring him on without a proper introduction. So here's a little proper introduction to bring on our guest.
Said I'll take some help, yeah. Said I'll take some help, yeah. Said I'll take some help, yeah. I get by with a little help from my friends. I get by with a little help from my friends. I get by with a little help from my friends. I get by with a little help from my friends. Now, ain't that
right? All right. So now with that, let's bring on our guest, multifaceted monster. How's it going, man? How you doing? It's nice to see you again, brother.
Likewise, brother. I'm doing well. Trying to stay cool and hydrated, but overall doing good. I can't complain.
Yeah, out here in the IE, it's been getting like 98, 100 something all of a sudden out of nowhere. I mean, I guess it's at the end of June, but still.
Yeah, I guess it's officially summer because it's been like maybe It's been about triple digits where I'm at too. I'm like between Orange County and LA County, so back and forth between them two.
Yeah. Well, so for some of the listeners who may not know, who missed the show with I Love San Bernardino or my awesome introduction for you, let some of them know a little bit about yourself and where they can find all your music.
Okay. Yeah, my artist name, as you said, is Multifaceted Monster. I'm a songwriter, a poet, alternative rap artist, performing artist, recording artist. I started off with poetry, and then eventually the people that I was hanging around at the time I was a kid, but they all were rapping, and I'm like, I discovered there's basically poetry on a beat. So once I discovered that, I just kind of took off with it, and then had my ups and downs on and off with it, but it just kind of stuck as a relationship with creativity. And as far as where you could find my music, I just released a song called The Rains It Pours featuring Millie Blooms that can be found on all streaming platforms, Spotify, Amazon Music, pretty much all the streaming platforms.
Awesome, and we're going to be able to be playing that song, right? Rains and Pours. You sent that one over?
Yeah.
Awesome. So we'll be playing that in a bit. For listeners, you guys want to, stay tuned in for that because nothing but heat over here. And one thing I do want to say that I noticed from when you were here with Robert Porter's show, I Love San Bernardino, I really liked how your music, it was very positive messages, and it kind of even talked about sobriety a lot, which I thought was a refreshing breath air, a fresh of breath air in the hip hop scene. So I thought that was really dope, and I just wanted to kind of highlight and showcase that, but while you were talking about your music.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. It's for me, I'm in recovery. I think I'm 8 months and like a week sober as of today.
That's right. Congrats, man. That's awesome.
Thank you, man. Appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, it's been for me, I'm one of those people where I just can't seem to drink and just have like a moderate amount. Like for me, my alcohol consumption, I'm like, I might just have one drink or a couple shots, and then I end up in a 5150 like weeks down the road. So that's how my drinking goes.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure it was pretty fun for a while, but yeah, once it stopped being fun, I'm sure it got messy. Oh man.
Like, it's the buck. That's how it go with me. So I'm like, I realize, I'm not one of the ones that some people can consume and just have a good time and go home at the end of the night. Doesn't seem to happen to me that way, so I'm good.
Yeah, I get that, man. You know what? And like, what about like cannabis? Is that? I know California sober is a term often thrown around. How do you feel about that?
I don't indulge. For me, sober is any mind-altering substance, whether it's cannabis, any of the other drugs or alcohol. Like for me, I believe I have like an addictive personality or an addiction problem. So once my mind is altered, or once that chemical imbalance goes off, like I'll be like, let me just try some cannabis. Then I'm doing shrooms. Then I'm doing cocaine. Then I'm doing this.
Right.
Like it just. So I just like, for me myself, I'm good. I just can't do anything.
Hey, well, what a nice like when you're able to be creative in like this art. Nice to have a addictive personality with that, Yeah. So that's awesome that you're able to have an outlet to be able to do that kind of stuff in.
Yeah, it definitely helps as far as having something to kind of be obsessive about that is positive and not going to destroy your life.
Right. Yeah.
So,
yeah. A healthy obsession or something that you're doing. Yeah. I appreciate that. I dig that. I'm sure all the listeners appreciate to hear that.
Yeah.
When did you identify the problem that, or did it just progressively get there, or was it something that just was just wilding out from day one? Because I think we've all been there.
It was okay. So I've been to rehab 3 times. This third time around, it actually stuck, and I realized that I did have a problem and I needed to do something about it. The first 2 times the very first time I went to rehab, it was kind of like a saving face type of thing where I'm like, okay, I'm like starting to fail classes in college at the time. And like life was just kind of going downhill. So I'm like, okay, maybe this is a way out. It was more of a way to escape the consequences of all the chaos that I was creating the first time around. So it wasn't sincere. The second time I went to rehab, a little more willingness, but it still wasn't that full acceptance of like, you have a problem, you actually need to do something about it. And then had to go back out there for a little bit, destroy a little bit more in my life. And then the third time around, I was like, okay, I've had enough. And I'm seeing other people who identify that they have had problems, because going back and forth to rehab, you get to see people who come around that are still sober and have stayed sober. So they're just like, we're here when you need help, but like until you have enough of your own BS, we can't really do anything for you. So I'm like, damn, like they have a problem, but their life is in order and they're like happy and sober and doing their thing. So obviously something must be working. So I just gave it a chance at that point, and so far it's been sticking for these 8 months.
Heck yeah, congrats again on that, man. That's awesome. Before we get into some music, do you have any shows coming up for the summer?
I actually have one show coming up this Saturday. It's with a group of people, one of my buddies, Mike Fiore, who actually has this movement called Recovery Out Loud, which is about just allowing people to express and showcase them living soberly the same way that our addictions were loud. Because Lord knows, if you know anybody who's alcoholic or an addict, you know that they're loud and obnoxious and chaotic, and you see all of it. So
I'm feeling a little attacked right now.
I'm one too. I'm in there same boat, so there's no judgment. But it's Mike Fiore and the Hopeaholics, they're putting together, they have a showcase and a movement, and it's like fellowship and outreach at Huntington Beach on Saturdays. And this Saturday I'll be performing as one of the artists there, along with some other artists that are going to be there for that showcase and fellowship.
Awesome. You know, I do remember now, I believe when you came through for I Love San Bernardino with Robert Porter and Piani, we all were like, I love that name, the Hopeaholics. The Hopeaholics is an awesome name for what they're doing. Like that's a really cool thing. So it's usually every Saturday, you said, out there, or in Huntington? Yeah,
in Huntington Beach over by the pier. And they usually, you follow Mike Fiore or Hopeaholics, and I'll send both of their Instagrams over to you after we're all said and done, so just so you can see, to keep up to date with them. But yeah, it's every Saturday at the pier.
Oh man, I think I'm gonna be out there this Saturday, so I might have to stop by. What time are you guys doing that?
I know the performance started around 3:30.
Oh, that's awesome. So anyone out in Huntington, go hit the pier around 3. You know what? Go get a nice parking spot around 2 p.m. Go hit up Duke's. Go get a nice little some nice little sandwiches from Duke's, and then right there, hit the pier right after. Luis, you got anything to say before we put on some jams? You got any questions or anything?
Real quick, so are you from San Bernardino, from the IE area, or?
I did a lot of running around in Fontana for a little while.
Okay.
So I've been a Rolling Stone my whole life. But I was born in LA County, didn't really spend too much time out there as a kid, and then just gradually went east as an adult. Like when you're a child, just kind of moving where my parents moved. But eventually I was in Fontana, and I was out there for a long time. That's how I met like Noah James and the whole Brick to Your Face movement and all that. So I met like a lot of IE artists out there that I have connected with.
Hey, Luis, where did you grow up at? Were you in Fontana for a while, or am I confused?
Corona. Well, when we moved from we're in Corona, moved to San Bernardino, and then we lived in San Bernardino until pretty much I graduated high school, and then so now I live in Colton. So I've been in Colton in the IE for the better part of 30 years now. So
I always forget you have that IE. You have that IE belly tattoo and stuff. It's just super blasted. And also, by the way, Luis, are you doing laundry in your bedroom right now? Because every time you talk, there's a crazy sound. It sounds like some laundry. What's going on?
Oh, it's my AC, dude.
Oh wow, he's got a blast about his AC, dude. Now I know what my friends feel like when I'm playing Fortnite, and they're like, "What is that dragon in the background?" Because I have a little AC unit going, and I'm like, "Dude, it's either this or I'm sweating while playing video games." So chill out.
I had the noise canceling on too, bro. I'm like tripping. I'm like, "Oh, my bad."
No, you're fine. Hey, so what jam would you like me to play first? We got the Rains It Pours. Let's see the other ones that I got the 3 that you sent me.
Okay. Let's go with Push first. That's my most recent single is Rains It Pours. Push is the one just prior to that. So let's go with that one first.
Awesome. We're going to go with Multifaceted Monster. Push, available on all streaming platforms. You're listening to Palmtrees and Progress Presents on NBC KCAA.
Push, baby, push. You know you gotta push, baby, push. Push, baby, push. You know you gotta push, baby, push. Push. It was fake, makeshift. I had to make a shift, and it had to make sense. How am I supposed to tackle this? But sobriety for starters, listen to people that are smarter. So I was feeling drained, like a phone without a charger. They say push, baby, push, like a birth or a stroller. Life will get gradually better if you stay sober. These promises, aren't they extravagant? We look at the game you've been playing, what are you averaging? 5150s, blackouts, destroyed relationships. Didn't need alcohol to indulge in the craziness. Couldn't even laugh at, I was so full of the hatred. Backtracking in life feels worse than complacent. They say push, baby, push, like a birth or a stroller. Life got gradually better when I stay sober. These promises, they weren't so extravagant. Stop playing the games that I was, now life is immaculate. Push, baby, push. You know you gotta push, baby, push. Push, baby, push. You know you gotta push, baby, push. Push. Push, baby, push.
Woo-hoo-hoo. Let's go. That was Push by Multifaceted Monster, available on all streaming platforms. You're tuned in to Palmtrees and Progress Presents, of course, and we are with Luis Gayton, and we are with Multifaceted Monster. Thanks again for being part of the show. You guys appreciate that. So that was a nice bop. Who was the production for that one?
The production for that was Prime Royal Studios, and they're actually out here in Laverne. It's my boy Rich and Daniel. They're both of the engineers that produce. They do pretty much all of my production.
Oh, that's awesome. I love when artists kind of, work with the same producers. They get a mold a sound together. It's like how, you know what I mean? Like bands do that all the time. There's this article about how the Nas Illmatic changed that for a lot of for hip hop. That the Illmatic was one of the first albums that contained a bunch of different producers. Usually before that, it was albums that were like with maybe two different producers. But that one had Primo on the cuts. We got Large Professor, a bunch of other kind of people. So I love when I don't know if you guys were listening to Smoke DZA when he was doing the Ski Beats, a lot of stuff when he was working with Ski Beats. Just another artist that I thought was sick during. They both developed sounds together. And things like that. Kind of miss that. A little Gangstar style, you know what I mean? Like Guru and Primo, they wouldn't be one without the other. So it's nice. It's nice to hear that. And did you start making music with them, with the producers that you mentioned?
No, I've met them recently, or not super recent, but it's been about, let's say, a year or two now, or going on 2 years. I actually moved to San Dimas. It was
next to Raging Waters? Sick, dude.
Yeah, right. Actually, I went to high school out in San Dimas as well.
Let's go. That's where Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. That's what school they go to.
Oh,
San
yeah.
Dimas, dude. Let's go.
Yeah, man. And this is crazy. As a kid, I used to actually work at Raging Waters, when I needed a work permit and shit.
Let's go, dude. That's right. So that's how you know you were pulling good grades. If you had a work permit, dude, let's go.
I've always been a good student, a nerd. I would just get in trouble and stuff and end up getting kicked out of different schools. But I was a good student, actually focused and did what I was supposed to do.
That's right, man. Heck yeah. So that's cool from San Dimas and stuff. And also, I do see your shirt. Is that some merchandise you have right there? Because off your song Push. So where can we find some? Where can the listeners go ahead and purchase this sick gear?
They can find some of my gear over at multifacetedmonster.com. And then for private orders, they can DM me directly on Instagram and if they want any specific or specialized merchandise.
Y'all heard that. Go ahead and slide in his DMs. You gave the green light. Go ahead and slide in his DMs.
I respond. And if it takes me a second, I do respond to all the DMs.
Let's go, man. Well, that's awesome. Thanks again to both of you guys for being a part of the show. Wouldn't be able to do it. Oh my gosh, and he's doing laundry again. I think he's about to go.
Where'd the name come from?
Multifaceted monster.
Yes, sir.
So, for me, I realized, for one thing, as humans, we are multifaceted. We have different sides of us, especially when it comes to the idea of emotions. Whether you have this anger, you have this sadness, you have this when you're happy, when you're sad, when you're going through something, like which person are you? Is it the real me when I'm sad? Is it the real me when I'm mad, when I'm happy, when I'm content? Which one is the so-called real me? So I realized I was like trying to find this doing a lot of soul searching, especially in recovery. And I realized that we are multifaceted as humans. And another thing I realized is like we all have a monster within us, and it doesn't necessarily mean a negative one or a violence or anything. It's just the fact that as humans, like to protect your family or to protect your whatever it is, you may become a monster for a moment. You may have to do whatever is necessary. Creatively, you can become a monster. You could become a love monster. Like there's all these different facets of being a monster. It's not just a negative connotation that I think it would automatically be deemed it would, but just the fact that as humans, like we do have that, I guess you could say, the light wolf and that dark wolf. And so there's this like Cherokee proverb that I heard before where it says like, which wolf are you going to feed? Whether it's the bad wolves or so-called the good wolf. And then they break it down, and I may not do it justice, but the story goes like whichever wolf you feed is going to be the one that thrives, whether it's that darkness inside of the light. But if you look at it, the wolf that's on the lighter side has these certain qualities, and the other so-called bad wolf has these qualities like aggression, things that you need in order to get stuff done in life. Like because this other one is just passive, calm, peaceful. There's some times in life where you need aggression in order for certain things. It doesn't mean you have to be destructive or violent, but you just need aggression in life with certain things. So I realized that that's why I'm multifaceted. That is where the name Monster and Multifaceted come from.
That's beautiful, man. No, and I agree. I think that a lot of times, we all have that in us, and sometimes you need to go dig deep, depending on whether it's like if you're in competition sports or anything like that, or you know what I mean. That's when the monster comes out.
Speaking of letting that monster out, Luis, how's the you still been going to the MMA Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu gym, or have you gone back?
It's funny, dude.
He's off.
First
under the guillotine.
I pulled my groin, man.
No. You know what?
Yeah.
We saw you. For some of the listeners, you guys did not watch it on kcaradio.com, the live stream, but he got up to turn the AC off or do his laundry load. I don't know. But he got up and he waddled. My boy waddled. I was like, oh, dude. I think he pulled his groin. I think so. So that's what happened. Was this when was it? Yesterday?
So that's a no. But
what was it?
Man, you're a jerk, dude.
Did you try to put someone in the armbar or what?
Age.
Oh, okay. So that's why you didn't go back. I feel it. Man, I know I'm only 30, about to be 32 in a week or so. But yeah, dude, I think I like slept wrong, and I was like, oh, dude, my elbow's like out for like the next 2 days. I don't even know. I don't even know what happened, dude. I mean, when I first started feeling old, I think I've mentioned on the show before, was, I try to skateboard every, as often as I can. But like, the first time, it was maybe like last year, I hurt myself landing a trick, which was a personal record. I landed a sloppy varial flip, and I was like, just the way like my back was tweaked when I landed, it was like, dude, I got pale to the face, because I know that because my friends were like, yo, you good, bro? I was like, yeah. I broke a sweat, and keep in mind, it was cold as heck outside. I broke a sweat, and I was like, oh, yeah, I'm good. I don't know what just happened. I didn't fall, so I should be good. And for like 2 weeks, bro, it hurt to sit down. It hurt to lay down. Like, it was the worst. Going to the restroom, you guys, sucked, bro. Going to the restroom sucked. I'm telling you, I'm just saying that right now. It was the worst. Yeah, so that's when I first started feeling it. So I'm not trying to put anyone in the guillotine at this age. I could only imagine how I'd be feeling after that.
You're a jerk, man. Good Lord. So as far as like when your music, I mean, before, let's say like this path of sobriety, what were the things that you were, what was the influence behind your music? Because it seems like, I mean, even that song right now, you know what I mean? Like, it felt like that's where you're getting a lot of the inspiration from.
Yeah, from a lot of the past music was, a lot of it was like more anger based, more resentful, me against the world mentality. A lot of it was just also the self-pity, the pity party, the woe is me, the why me. It's kind of like just this victim mentality type of music, and very angry, but underneath that anger was just a lot of fear and a lot of self-hatred and loathing. And anger was just like the way to shield myself from the world against it, like, because you learn, like, going through things like therapy and like these programs that I went through, like rehab and treatment. You do a lot of internal. You have to do a lot of internal work, and I realized that I had a lot of trauma, a lot of different things that I had never resolved, and things that I'm still working on resolving to this day. But being able to work through it and like acknowledge it and be aware of it, it's allowed me to look back and be like, okay, where was I being the ass in this case, or was I close to this person? Like, was it their fault? Like, where was my part and where was my role in it? Because a lot of times it's easy to just point the finger and be like, because of you, this is what happened. It's like, no, okay, what did I do to put myself in this situation? So it's just the shift to taking accountability for my life, like, and just kind of going on, looking on the past and like seeing where I could make it right, any of the wrongs that I did. And some probably won't be able to, but there's some where I'm like, okay, I could make an amends or make this thing right. Because you learn, it's like, as you get older, you become more mature and wise and just accountable, and just taking the responsibility for life and the actions that I have had in the past. And life has been way better ever since that. It hasn't been perfect, but 10 times more amazing.
Yeah, it's beautiful to be able to have, like, to see someone who has that kind of self-awareness about these things. You know, like you said, it's easy to blame other people, but then to, like, what's the common thread in these situations, you know? And, you know, I'm not saying every time, you know, what you're saying, it was your fault, but, like, it's you know, a lot of other people don't blame themselves, or it's so easy to say, no, it wasn't me. You know, so that's beautiful to hear that, like, you know, that kind of self-awareness. What are some, like, of your influences? Like, if you can have, like, a dream collab with an artist, like a verse or a hook, or even like a producer, what would be some of those?
If I could get like a crazy collaboration that would kind of be like probably unexpected,
Limp
it would
Bizkit?
probably be want to collaborate with both on the same track, Haley Williams from Paramore and Tech Nine.
Oh, okay, I can hear that. She'll be doing the hook.
Like something vicious. Like, I feel like it would just be this alternative kind of, just where, because you have the effects of the band of different stuff. So I feel like it could be I feel like it would be just an amazing collaboration, like the multi-genre type of vibe.
Oh, that's awesome. What's Ice-T's hardcore band? Luis, do you remember? Was it where he's the vocals of a hardcore band? I'll Google it, but yeah, I to the same sentiment of that. Yeah.
Gotcha.
I don't know what happened to his headphones, but yeah. Do you want to go ahead and we'll go into another track right now, and then we'll come back with that answer. Which jam do you want to get in? Do we want to get into?
Let's jump into Rains It Pours.
Okay.
Featuring.
All right, we're hitting up Rains and Pours. Rains It Pours by Multifaceted Monster, available on all streaming platforms. You are tuned into Palmtrees and Progress Presents.
When it rains, it pours, and I am on the floor, drunk and with these demons I cannot live with anymore. When it rains, it pours, and I am on the floor, drunk and with these demons I cannot live with anymore.
When it rains or pours, I cannot differentiate the demons that I'm dealing with. I'm feeling sick, I'm drunk, but just a little bit of lighter. My only option's not a hatter, sober upper. It was bound to cause a problem.
When it rains, it pours, and I am on the floor, drunk with anymore.
When it rains, it pours, and of course, alcoholism was its source. I could have been gone, just a corpse. I'm so grateful, my Lord. When I do indulge, life is problematic. One day at a time, I could do it if I practice. Once I got my steps together, life became fantastic. Multifaceted, please come down, so dramatic. When it rained, it poured, and I was totally floored. I was praying to the Lord, divine intervention for sure.
When it rains, it pours, and I am on the floor. Drunk and with these demons I cannot live with anymore. When it rains, it pours, and I am on the floor. Drunk and with these demons I cannot live with anymore.
Multifaceted monster, I'm the voice in your head. Here to ask you if you're happy when you're hanging by a thread. How's your day been? Are we commiserating? Or did you choose to have a good one? Hell yeah, we're celebrating. Either way, I know that we'll be battling temptation. Line up the shots, hit that spot, get that liquor penetrating, soak your heart, pull those demons on the rocks. It's 5 p.m. in someone's town and this is how the party starts. What do you mean you don't want to raise a glass with me? We've already had that chat, agreed that misery loves company. What is this? You'd rather go and hit the gym? Since when did you do things to strengthen yourself when your weakness brims? Who are you? I can see that you are clearly changing. You've been putting in the work, so through the plans that you've been making. Who am I? Yeah, I'm just a voice inside your head that you no longer need to feed with liquor. Man, those days are dead. Can we all be upstanding and raise a glass for multifaceted monster?
When it rains, it pours, and I am on the floor. Drunk and with these demons I cannot live with anymore. When it rains, it pours, and I am on the floor. Drunk and with these demons I cannot live with anymore. When it rains, it pours, and I am on the floor. Drunk and with these demons I cannot live with anymore.
Woohoo! That was Rains It Pours by Multifaceted Monster, available on all streaming platforms. You're tuned into Palmtrees and Progress Presents on NBC KCAA 102.3 FM, 106.5 FM, and 1050 AM in the Inland Empire and worldwide on all streaming platforms. We are with Jose Catan and our awesome guest, Multifaceted Monster. Yo, awesome song right there, man.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate that. That one was, I reached out to a friend of mine, Millie Blooms. She's an artist based out of the UK.
Okay.
And, so she's been huge and just helping me creatively. And she designed my logo. She designed the album artwork, or the single artwork for that particular song. And she did an amazing job on the feature. So shout outs to Millie. That song was like me going right into rehab this last time around October 18th. I had wrote the hook and I sent it off right before I had like a relapse. So I was like in the midst of the spiral, and then I just kind of like threw it off, fortunately. And then by the time I got well, like I kind of went off the radar because her being in the UK, the only way we were able to really communicate was through Instagram, through Zoom. And when I went to rehab, one of their policies is they want you to leave your phone with their staff, like, so you just don't have access to the outside. You have access, but not like your phone with you all the time.
Right.
Because they want you to focus on just like being sober and being in recovery. You focus on your healing process. So if you need to like pay a bill or something like that, then you can get your phone, but it's not like you're out and about every day having your phone. So in her eyes, I kind of just went off the grid and went MIA because I wasn't on any social media or anything like that, because I was in residential treatment for like over a month, couple months actually. And she reached out to another artist that I had been working with in the past, and she asked her what was the case, and she told her that I was in rehab. And then after she checked my email and got back to her and let her know what was up, and then she just kind of continued to wrap up the song, and then we finalized it once I got out of treatment. But it's been a journey for sure.
Man, I'm glad that you have a nice positive outlet that you can be working through all this stuff, with, and then it sounds like a nice team behind you, people that you could work with. So that's important. And I hope nothing but the best for this, the sobriety and all of that. I know it's a lifelong battle. Really, I have friends and family that struggle with it or are continuing to. Even if they're staying strong right now, I know that they tell me that it's an everyday struggle at times. So
Right.
so I hear that. And man, I just want to say thanks again for being a part of the show. Appreciate that.
Absolutely. Thank you. Man, I appreciate you too.
Yeah, thanks for sharing the story, man. And I think like Eric said, we all could relate at some point. The common ground that I have a friend that's been, I think he's on 2 years now sober, and I'll see him every so often, and we go out and stuff. When we go out, not to drink, and it's not, just to respect the fact that, and he's always so adamant, like, oh man, it's good, like you can, but it is one of those things that you buy into it and you want to support that, you know what I mean? So it sounds like you have people like that around you, and but yeah, man, thanks for sharing, because I know, and it's been one of the things that the last time I was on the show, the last few times, I brought a gentleman with me. His name's Logan, and his story, if you didn't catch it, man, it's a great listen if you want to catch up. But in short, it's somebody that is struggling with with the recovery aspect, but then getting everything back into just basically being a productive member of society in a sense. But yeah, man, more power to you, man.
Thank you, man. And yeah, I'll definitely check out that episode with him. And I'm always willing to connect with other people that are in recovery that need it and need the support. So if he's out this way, I'll be more than willing to connect.
Sure.
You guys want to hit? We usually have some news segments. You guys want to hit a news segment right now?
You do that.
Let's do it.
Let's hit it. Okay. Obviously, we can't hit the news segment without Palm Trees in Progress News. Palm Trees in Progress News. It's the Palm Trees in Progress News. We present. It sounds like it was. That's crazy. It sounds like I was doing it live, but that's a recording. Yo, okay, so I got a couple bangers right here, fellas. So one that I wanted to bring up was you guys remember MIA? That girl that says, "All I want to do is bang, 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 and take your money." You guys remember that song? Couple summers ago. Mia, MIA. Oh, Paper Planes, I think is the name of the song. They used it. They used it for the Pineapple Express trailer as well as a nice summer banger. I forgot what summer it was, but she recently dropped She had a clothing line drop recently. And it is, let me just get this, launched a tinfoil clothing line to shield brains from 5G. So I'm going to try to see if this goes, yeah, I know. I'm going to see if this goes in and maybe you guys see it, if it pops up on the air. No, it didn't pop up. It didn't pop up. I popped it in the chat. But it's a bucket hat is one of them, is a tinfoil bucket hat. And dude, if I don't see Schoolboy Q rocking this summer, I'm gonna be upset. But it's pretty awesome. There's let me just try to see if I could put this over here towards the screen. Go bucket hat, and it says there's a bunch of little things. 100% brain coverage, and this is real. This is crazy. So 100% brain coverage made with pure copper and nickel Faraday fabric. I might be pronouncing that last one, the other one wrong. A reversible two-tone design. So it's reversible. Let's go. Schoolboy Q, come on, get at it. And then blocks 99.99% of Wi-Fi, 4G, and 5G from reaching your brain. Where are these studies at? The tinfoil bucket hat.
I would just see like the data. I would want to see data.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, who did this? Was it? I know it wasn't my boy Bill. I know it wasn't my boy Bill Nye. So the tinfoil bucket hat is going for $100. Not that bad, but I mean, if you guys remember that movie Signs, I'm sure it looks a little bit cooler than the Reynolds wrap on the cabeza. So, engineered for your protection is this is another one. Let me try to see if it goes up on there. Oh, cool. All right, so those are all the things it's against. Let me go through the list. It says it blocks your body from I love the 99.999% shieldness effectiveness. That's, you guys, it sounds like I'm mispronouncing or not knowing how to read. For once, I'm reading it correctly. And It blocks from Wi-Fi, blocks from radiation, it blocks from satellite, EMF, RFID, don't know what that is, a data tracking, Bluetooth, and cell tower. I guess a good way to find this out is like if you have those AirPods, you can have like an iPhone in your pocket, maybe in the because they have a poncho as well. They have a poncho in a bag. So I wonder if you like try to connect your AirPods inside of, you know what I mean? Like if you have them out. Test is we rock bucket hats. We rock this bucket hat. I'm gonna ask my boss if we get the money for it. I want $100 for a bucket hat, and I want another. Let's see, how much is that bag? Not seeing a price for the bag. Let's just say $200. So I want $300. I want to try. What was it?
It says if you order now, you get a set of flat earthware as well for your kitchen.
Sounds about right. Dude, I mean, I want to try like grabbing the bucket hat, putting those AirPods in your head, and then having the bag, and then seeing if it works. But also,
you don't know until you. I mean,
am I right? I don't want to knock MIA. You know what I mean? I love Paper Planes.
Like I love her music. I know that song that at least I love. So nothing against her as an artist.
Yeah, dude, love that song. For real. Like, I liked it so long. I was like, oh my gosh, this is such a cool song. I like the part where it's like, ding, there's a cash register. Ding, take your money. Okay, there's another cool thing that they made. You know, I mentioned the poncho, but I guess they also made boxers. Boxers for the men. So, let me just read the description. These tight-fitting potency boxers, let's go. All right, are made using a luxurious silky 4-way stretch fabric containing 80% pure silver to protect you and your future generations. With its unique atomic structure, silver offers good.
That word.
dude, I should have read this twice before. Electrical conductivity, deflecting electromagnetic waves such as Wi-Fi and 5G, with up to, again, my favorite number, 99.999% shielding effectiveness. Man, that 1%'s getting us, dude. Our original silver street shield, copywritten, textiles protect you from numerous risks linked to electromagnetic radiation, restoring your anatomy and freedom, every now. I'm just saying that's what it is. Handmade. So, I mean, Complex reposted this because it was pretty awesome. You know, we're all pretty stoked to see this. My question is, cop or drop? Are we copping?
I'm gonna cop some of those undies, dude.
For sure.
when you first said it, like the way you put it, you said tinfoil bucket hat. It just automatically made me laugh just based on your delivery on it. But like, I don't know, like people have made inventions of stuff, and like, who knows, it might work. I would be willing to see what's up, but I don't. The boxers though, that just sounds like they said it's silver.
Yeah, 80% silver. Yeah.
That's not gonna be heavy. It's not gonna be painful.
I can't even keep my pants up with a belt, let alone my boxers. What are you talking about? And honestly, I don't want it. I do appreciate the credit for the tinfoil hat. I don't want to take credit for that because apparently on their website, that's what it is titled under. Let me. Tinfoil.
Yeah, I mean, that just sounds funny initially.
Oh, 110%. I just think of Scary Movie 3, I believe it is, when he has like the kiss on his head and then someone just unwraps it. It's just like a kiss chocolate. So I get it. I pictured the same thing.
Yeah, like the Tin Man, like the Wizard of Oz. That's what I think.
Oh yeah, exactly. Some of that.
That's just the visuals that come to mind make it funny. But I don't know. It could be 100% or 99 point whatever percent.
Let's go.
That'd be true.
Yes, exactly.
I don't know.
I love
you don't know if you try it. Like I don't like to. It could be funny, but it could be like legit. Like, you know what I mean? So I don't know.
Yeah, who knows? Next year or 2 years from now, we're gonna be looking like goofs because we made a joke about like, oh, MIA's like just killing it now. she
Yeah, that's why I'm like, I probably wouldn't start with the boxers. I'll probably go for the hat first.
And if anyone
If
asks
that
me,
happens.
if anyone asks me
Yeah.
anything, I'm just be like, I'm really into TD and Schoolboy Q. What's up, dude? Like, I'm hip. Let's go, dude. Oh man, I got another little article right here. I sent you this, Luis, about your boy Otani.
Yep.
Yeah. So,
That's it.
so the first In-N-Out in Japan opened. Is this what happened?
That's what it looks like. Yeah, and they were waiting for his burger, dude. They wanted,
So the first In-N-Out in Japan opened up recently, and fans waited over 6 hours to try Otani's favorite burger from In-N-Out. Which, I mean, you got to assume it's the double double with yellow peppers and animal style. Because that's my favorite.
why's it got to be yellow peppers, bro?
Well, first, whoa, that's how I order my.
Whoa, yeah.
Don't cancel me, bro. Don't cancel me. Pepperoncinis. I'm sorry. I don't think every time I say, could I get pepperoncinis on them? They're like, you mean yellow peppers? And then I feel like a jerk. That's why I said that. Oh my gosh. So how do you feel? He's a Dodgers fan. That's why he's coming at me sideways. How do you feel about that?
You know what though? I think, man. I mean, the guy's so influential, bro. Like, come on, man. His marketing is insane, dude. Why do you think they swept all that gambling things under a rug, bro? Come on. You go to Dodger Stadium, bro. It's Otani everywhere, bro.
Yeah, we didn't even have to go to the theaters to watch Ryan Gosling in a Fall Guy, right? We already saw some Fall Guy on MLB, dude. Dude took the fall. How much do you think his family's getting paid for taking that?
Dude. That guy's set, bro. Come on.
He's set. That's right, man.
We're gonna give him a little slap on the wrist, bro, and that's it.
What is the longest you guys waited for In-N-Out? I'm guessing like 15 minutes because we're from SoCal.
Yeah, if that, man.
That's probably right.
Yeah, like if I see the line too long, I'm like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm in anything else.
Make it easy, it is.
Sort of like Farmer Boys or something.
Oh, get some Farmer Boys. Let's go, dude. Farmer Boys, get at us. Sponsor the show. Let's go, dude. Oh man. What's your go-to order from In-N-Out? What are we rocking? Double with pepperoncinis in animal style. Did you see how I
like
switched it up?
Fries or
What was it?
animal style fries, and then yeah, just a double. I don't really order anything else from them. Like I'll get a shake with the combo.
That's
what do you
right.
call it?
Let's
The
go.
Neapolitan shake.
Yeah, my ex and current baby mother used to call it a Napoleon shake, and I was like, what did you call that? She's like, I want a Napoleon shake, and I was like, a short,
Wanted a small.
yeah,
small.
she wants a small one, and it was such a good memory, such a good memory.
Yeah, man.
All right, guys, we got to get out of here. Thanks again for taking time and being part of the show. Multifaceted Monster, Luis Guiton. Do you like how I say your last name?
Yeah, trust me. Brooklyn's like, Dad, why does he keep saying it like that? Eric.
Guiton, let's go. And don't forget to, and where can they find your stuff? Multifaceted?
Yeah, they can find my Instagram is at multifaceted monster. Also, my website is multifacetedmonster.com. They can find me on all the streaming platforms under Multifaceted Monster, and also on TikTok, which I just recently started using again, at Multifaceted Monster.
Awesome. All right, guys. Thanks again for being a part of the show. We'll catch you guys next week. Take it easy. Bye.
Peace.
NBC News on KCAA Loma Linda, sponsored by Team